This right here, this is fucking shit. On the last video I posted, there was a lot of fucking idiots making comments saying that you should not buy right now. You should wait for Bitcoin to drop. You should wait for it to go down to 45K. And here's why you're a fucking idiot. Here's why it is more dangerous to be out of the market than it is to be in the market right now. Because the opportunity cost of missing this bull run is way too big to want to wait for Bitcoin to come down 20 grand so then you get an additional 30% gain. That is fucking stupid. And the only reason why you would be one of those kind of people is because you don't actually understand the scope and the potential value of this technology. You haven't done the research about what blockchain technology really is, what proof of work really does for our world, and how Bitcoin is going to back every single fiat currency, every single asset class. It is going to back everything throughout the entire global economy. And when you put that into the grand scheme of things, buying Bitcoin at $65,000 in 10 years, you're going to be looking at this asset class and you're going to be like, wow, I'm a fucking idiot for thinking that was expensive. And yes, you are a fucking idiot if you are not in the market right now because the opportunity cost is way too big. So let's answer that question. How big is the opportunity cost? If I'm not in the market right now and this is the bull run of mass adoption, what could I be missing out on? And that's why I pulled this right here. This is a great representation. If we were to slap a numerical value onto every single asset class throughout the entire global economy, this is what that would look like. And if we were to slap a number on that monetary value, it would be $900 trillion. We have 330 trillion in real estate, you have 300 trillion in bonds, you have 120 trillion in cash, you got equities, you got art, you got gold, and you got whatever that fucking purple block is. And then you got Bitcoin. And Bitcoin right now is only at $1.2 trillion. And it has the opportunity to back the asset classes of up to 900 trillion. So do you see the opportunity cost of not being in the market? It is way too fucking big to wait for Bitcoin to come down 15-20% before putting your buy-in order and becoming a fucking investor. For all those people that did comment that they're waiting, that the Bitcoin's going to cool off, that it's going to back down, it 100% might. There 100% could be a sell-off, and I could be completely wrong, and my portfolio is going to be down 50% for the next 3 months. Do I care? No. Why do I not care? Because I understand the actual underlying value of this technology, and I believed even at 70K, even at 115K, even at 250K, that is cheap compared to what Bitcoin is going to be worth in 10 years when it is adopted. And I believe that we are entering the bull run of mass adoption. The reason why is because Bitcoin is now accepted by the institutions, it is now regulated by the SEC, and it is ready for everyone to put and expose a percentage of their funds to this new asset class. Now, let's talk about why somebody would want to expose themselves to this new asset class. First of all, you need to understand that Bitcoin is the top performing asset class out of all asset classes to ever exist since it's been created, for the most part, from what I understand. And Bitcoin it's beat everything. It's beat gold, it's beat the S&P, it's beat fucking Tesla stock. I don't fucking know what else to compare it to. It's beat everything. And it is a technology that has been adopted at twice the rate of the internet. It is a technology, it is the fastest adopted technology to exist in our world's history outside of artificial intelligence when ChatGPT came out, okay? So if Bitcoin is the fastest adopted technology, if Bitcoin has a potential to back up a market of $900 trillion of assets, would I be concerned about waiting for the price to come down before entering the market? Fuck no. The opportunity cost is way too big. You're an idiot if that is you in my comment section telling people to wait for Bitcoin to cool off before buying. You're a fucking idiot. The next conversation is what actually impacts the price of Bitcoin. It's 100% supply demand. That is literally it. Bitcoin has a perfect supply, meaning that we know exactly how much Bitcoin is in circulation, how much Bitcoin is being held by hodlers, how much Bitcoin is entering the circulation. There's 900 Bitcoin being created every day. When the halving occurs in April, that will be halved from 900 Bitcoin being created a day to 450 Bitcoin being created a day. What that means is that the incoming supply is being decreased. And at the same time, the demand is being increased because now we have institutions who are exposing clients' funds. At the same time, the supply is being cut short. And when supply goes down and demand goes up, the price fucking skyrockets, okay? It's that fucking simple. The last thing I wanted to review is a clip of this morning of what Jerome Powell has to say. Are we in a bull run? Is this a bull run? Is the Fed going to be shifting? What is the Fed doing? Because at the end of the day, you have monetary policies that 100% impact the market conditions, right? The demand is directly correlated to the monetary policies that are being established, but more importantly, the expectations of where it's going. So if the expectations are that the Fed is going to be cutting rates and they're actively cutting rates, what those expectations are going to do is going to drive the price of the stock market, it's going to drive the price of Bitcoin, it's going to drive the price of these markets up. Because they're priced based on expectations, they're not priced on actual current market value. And that's why these markets get overvalued and they get undervalued. And that's where the potential is by buying it when it's undervalued and by selling it when it's overvalued. And that's what traders do. I learn about technology and I learn about successful businesses and I invest in businesses that are in the exponential growth phase. And one of those businesses is the business of Bitcoin. So let's see what Jerome Powell has to say. Let's see where the monetary policy is headed so then we can get a good idea of what expectations have been set as of this morning and how this might impact the potential price of Bitcoin in the near future.
We believe that our policy rate is likely at its peak for this tightening cycle, and that if the economy evolves broadly as expected, it will likely be appropriate to begin dialing back policy restraint at some point this year. The economic outlook is uncertain, however, and we remain highly attentive to inflation risks.
What Jerome Powell just said is that we are at the end of the tightening cycle. We are at the end of increasing interest rates. We are at the end of tightening the economy, cutting out liquidity, slowing things down, because that's what they've been doing for the last 2.5, 3 years, and that's why the markets have been red, and that's why I've been not fucking here making these stupid videos. So now, Jerome Powell just set expectations that we're at the end of the tightening cycle, and it is likely that we're going to begin the fucking bull run cycle. We're going to begin the interest rate drops. We're going to begin the money printing. We're going to begin the debasement of the US dollar. We're going to begin inflation once again. And this is going to drive the prices of asset classes such as real estate, but it's also going to drive the best performing asset class, Bitcoin, to the fucking moon. So that's where I believe things are going in the short term as we enter this summer. Also, the Bitcoin halving, also an election year, also the end of the tightening cycle. Things are looking very good. The markets are looking very, 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 very fucking bullish right now. And that's exactly why I think you are fucking stupid if you believe that being out of the market is safer than being in the market right now. If you think that prices are currently overvalued and that they are going to get taken the fuck down, I think you're just an idiot. Now, I'm not contradicting myself by saying this. Bitcoin will probably go down 30, 40%. However, I am not taking the risk of the opportunity cost of taking my money out of the market because I do believe that we are in for a bull run this year, no matter what. If Bitcoin doesn't go down 50%, we're in a bull run. If the Bitcoin does go down 40, 50%, a bull run is still going to occur this year. The opportunity cost of missing that is too great to be out of the market right now. That's the end of this fucking video. Do you think I'm stupid? Or if you're the person I'm calling stupid right now, fucking comment why you think I'm wrong, because I'm not wrong.